Today I have for you James 2:8. Yes, indeed, it is good when you obey the royal law, as found in the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you favor some people over others, you are committing a sin. You are guilty of breaking the law. For the person who keeps all of the laws except one is as guilty as a person who has broken all of God's laws. For the same God who said you must not commit adultery also said you must not murder. So if you murder someone but do not commit adultery, you have still broken the law. So whatever you say or whatever you do, remember that you will be judged by the law that sets you free. There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others. But if you have been merciful, God will be merciful when He judges you. Faith without good deeds is dead. What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you say goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well, but then you don't give the person any food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough. Unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and useless. Now, someone may argue some people have faith, others have good deeds, but I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. You say you have faith, for you believe that there is one God, good for you. Even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. How foolish. Can't you see that faith without good deeds is useless? Don't you remember that our ancestors Abraham was shown to be right with God by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see, his faith and his actions worked together. His actions made his faith complete. And so it happened, just as the scriptures say, Abraham believed God, and God counted him as righteous because of his faith. He was even called the friend of God. So you see, we are shown to be right with God by what we do, not by faith alone. Rahab the prostitute is another example. She was shown to be right with God by her actions when she hit those messengers and sent them safely away by a different road. Just as the body is dead without breath, so also faith is dead without good works. Speech and conflict. Controlling the tongue. Dear brothers and sisters, not many of you should become teachers in the church, for we who teach will be judged more strictly. Indeed, we all make many mistakes, for if we could control our tongues, we would be perfect. We could also control ourselves in every other way. We can make a large horse go wherever we want by means of a small bit in its mouth, and a small rudder makes a huge ship turn wherever the pilot chooses to go, even though the winds are strong. In the same way, the tongue is a small thing that makes a grand speeches. But a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire, and among all the parts of the body, the tongue is a flame of fire. It is a whole world of wickedness, corrupting your entire body. It can set your whole life on fire, for it is set on fire by hell itself. People can tame all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and fish, but no one can tame the tongue. It is restless and evil, full of deadly poison. Sometimes it praises our Lord and Father, and sometimes it curses those who have been made in the image of God. And so blessing and cursing come pouring out of the same mouth. Surely, my brothers and sisters, this is not right. Does a spring of water bubble out with both fresh water and bitter water? Does a fig tree produce olives or a grapevine produce figs? No. And you can't draw fresh water from a salty spring. Faith and faithfulness. James is conspicuous emphasis on faithfulness to God argues for charitable deeds as an expression of faith. Chapter 2, 13, 14 to 26. A faith relationship with God cannot be based merely on believing a true statement. Chapter 2, 19. Saving faith, chapter 2, 14, results in actions. Chapter 1, 22 to 25. Faithful actions emulate God, who generously gives good gifts. Chapter 1, 5, 17, 4, 6. Faith and good deeds are therefore inseparable, as with Abraham, good deeds show that a person has complete faith. Chapter 1, verse 4. And is righteous before God. Chapter 2, 23, Genesis 15 and 6. Our Lord taught Matthew 5, 16, and modeled faith that does good deeds, and Paul also affirmed that the need for good deeds, Romans 2, 6, Galatians 6, 5 and 10, Ephesians 2, 10, Philippians 2, 12, 13, 1 Thessalonians 1, 3. Christians are to endure testing, JAS 1, 3, and temptations, chapter 1, verse 13 to 14. Receive wisdom, chapter 1, 5 to 6. Inherit the kingdom, 2 to 5. Pray for the sick, receive forgiveness, chapter 5 to 15. And rescue the wanderer, chapter 5, verse 20. All of these things can be understood as faith expressing itself in love, Galatians 5, 6. That was it for today. May you all have a blessed day. God be with you all.